This is one I think a lot of people are wondering about. Colorado, CU is going to be one of the hardest teams to project year over year as long as Coach Prime is there and their roster is so transfer centric. It's just going to be difficult because we don't exactly know what they are, who they are, to be quite candid. Now, I think to be fair to Colorado, and most people are not. Most people are not. And I totally understand if you want to say like, "Hey Joel, you played there, you're just on the bandwagon." That's fine, but I believe that that's negating the facts. And here are the facts. Last year they played 6 games against ranked opponents, and I would categorize them getting blown out in only one of those games. In fact, in the other 5, Oregon blew them out. Oregon was a great team. They went up there. Oregon wasn't playing for clicks, even though Dan doesn't like that comment. That was also in Big Noon Conversations. Go check out Dan Lanning's comment. But Colorado got blown out by Oregon. In the other 5 games they played against ranked opponents, they were in a 1-score game in the fourth quarter. Nobody wants to talk about that. Everybody just wants to throw dirt on this program, or just sing their praises from the rafters. It seems like it's totally hyperbolic. The pendulum is wildly one way or the other. And for me, I just think that Colorado was better than most people believed last year. They lost some games that they shouldn't have. They might have won a game that they shouldn't have as well. You could say that about the TCU game early. But 5 1-score games in the fourth quarter against ranked opponents, and they're better this year. And here's the thing with Colorado. Their over under in Vegas is only 5.5. That's way too low. You've got one of the best, if not the best, college quarterbacks in the game. You've got probably, I think, the best position player in the game in Travis Hunter, and they've upgraded dramatically on the line of scrimmage, which is exactly where they needed to upgrade. They go to a bowl easy, and I say 8 wins for Colorado is the definition of success.
That sounds about right. Coach Prime, Colorado Buffaloes, they have definitely addressed the problem at Colorado. I mean, not entirely, but majority of the problem was the offensive line. They got some big hogs up there, and he's right. It's hard to project. There's so many new guys at Colorado, so many new players, so much new talent coming from the transfer portal. A lot of these guys, and that's one of Prime's, he came out with a statement like, look, we're not looking to develop here. We're looking to bring in guys from the portal who are ready to play and who are going to go out and compete. So, Colorado, they're supposed to be a lot better than last year. They have a lot more talent from what I've seen earlier on in the spring games and stuff like that. They got one of the best quarterbacks in college football right now, as stated. He's going to throw the ball. He's going to have protection. At the same time, they have one of the best skill position players in Travis Hunter, which I don't know if he's going to be playing as much both sides. They have a lot of talent over there. But according to everybody else, Travis does not get tired. And I've seen it. I've seen him play pretty much all last year, both ways. But dude, they got talent. You guys are gonna be fighting for playing time. They got scouts at every single practice. And what they're doing for the program, I think in general, how we're gonna define success. Success is gonna be defined on how Colorado sees success. How we view success for what we want them to win a championship. That's success to us. But over there, Prime's over there getting these guys ready for life, no matter what happens in the football era. So for me, I think their success is going to be determined on what they believe is success for them. Now, when it comes down to strictly football, I think 7, 8, 9 wins is realistic for the Colorado Buffs. I don't see them losing more than, I don't see them losing more than 5 games, 5, 6 games. Well, look, excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm going to get some coffee. Re-up. Midday. They are literally in a whole different conference. They're projected not to have a good year. Everybody's out there looking at Colorado like it's a facade. I'm not sure why. I feel like they have a lot of talent in Colorado. There are some things that I don't agree on when it comes to their practicing and what they do for practice compared to what I see with other programs. I think when I'm looking at programs like Alabama, the Floridas, the Georgias, I look at their practices. They're out there hitting. They're out there doing hitting drills. They're being physical. I mean, I see these guys being physical, the O-line, D-line, but I'm talking about all players. They are banging at other schools. And I get it. That's probably not good for injuries and things like that. But at some point, we got to be physical. We need to wrap up this year. That's one thing we didn't do last year was tackle. We need to wrap up, not just go in there and try to hit them. We need to wrap up, make the tackle, and be physical. Who is going to be physical this year? That's what I'm looking for out of Colorado. Who's going to be that guy? Who's going to set the tempo? We know Shiloh's going to bang some shit this year. But who is going to be the guy to set the tempo? Who's going to come out the backfield and run somebody's ass over? Who's going to execute? Who's going to hold that block? Who's going to get out in front for that lead block? Who's going to be the running back? And there's so many who's. We haven't heard much of Jordan Seaton. He's supposed to be that guy. So I don't know, man. There's a lot that goes, and then there's a lot of narratives, BS narratives that comes out about Colorado. And then it doesn't help when you got Coach Prime doing these constant interviews and standing on business when it comes to these interviewers and reporters. And like I said, I can't intervene with any of that. Coach Prime is Coach Prime, and he's going to do what he's going to do, and he's going to stand on whatever he believes on. And if you don't know that by now, you don't know who Coach Prime is. So I'm expecting them to throw the football a lot. Shador, he's gonna probably oversee or overdo what he did last year. I think he threw for 427 attempts last year. You know what I mean? 27 TDs, 3 interceptions. That's very good. To throw that many pass attempts and only have 3 interceptions. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a crazy year. What I don't want for Colorado is for them to have a couple early losses and then the whole season shuts down. And, oh, Colorado's this, Colorado's that. I get it. Colorado is one of those schools. They got the cameras out. They got the media. They got Coach Prime. There's going to be a lot of expectations in general. Look what Colorado has turned around into. Colorado, before Coach Prime got there, I don't even know if they won 4 games in the season. Or the season before, I should say. So I'm expecting big things. There's a lot of guys over there at Colorado, and they should be able to win 7 to 8 games this year. He is absolutely right on that. So I'm excited. They open up on Thursday. It's going to be a big opener, you know, and there's already been some chirpiness, things like that. You know these guys at other schools are going to want in and come get the best out of Colorado every night. You got Coach Prime over there. You got the Buffs. They got the media attention. They got all the NIL deal. You know, other teams are going to want to beat Colorado bad. So it's going to be a crazy year. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are. College football is among us. NFL is right around the corner. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. It's your boy, C. O'Connor. Plenty of content as the season goes along. Make sure you guys subscribe to Game Day. Besides that, I'm going to catch you on the next video. And I'm out.